connecting and working with the council and Henley Lake, the ones that look after Henley Lake, they have a birth to earth area where people can go. I'm just getting more information on it, and hopefully we can decorate it up so that you know where it is. And, you know, you can take your placenta. So they actually understand why we do whenua ki te whenua, that we take our placenta and we gift it back to Papa Tuanuku, that we reconnect baby and everything that nurtured baby to Papa Tuanuku, who nurtures and looks after us every day. So we talk about those journeys and Papa Tuanuku and Hene Ahuone, the maiden made out of earth. I don't know how to explain her. She is who she is. And we talk about those journeys so they understand why we do what we do if they want to participate. You know, they don't have to if it's not their cultural, they don't want to, but a lot want to, but just don't know how to. So it's about just sharing why we do what we do, how we do it. We're trying to set up some just information pack things that will go inside our ipu whenua for those who don't actually come and engage and make their own. So they can be gifted if you choose to practice whenua ki te whenua. And so you understand, and it will have a little karakia to say, well, you're burying your placenta into the earth. You know, we'll just have a little rōpū. And if you just want tautoko, you can just message. I don't mind coming and helping you in that thing. It's such a beautiful thing to share, reconnecting baby to the ao, literally, through Papa Tuanuku. Yeah.
So, ipu whenua, can you talk a little bit about more? So there might be whānau that aren't familiar with what ipu whenua is and what you make ipu whenua out of. And Can you
so
just talk?
Ipu whenua, so ipu means a container of some sort, you know, so ipu, and whenua is the Māori word for placenta. So it's a container to put our placenta in. And we weave it out of harakeke, out of locally sourced harakeke from around the Wairarapa. You can come along to Wānanga and make your own for pepe. You can come and make one for your mokopuna. You can come and make one for your sister, your best friend. It's, you know, as long as it's going to baby. We don't really mind who makes it. We share the stories around it. You put your placenta in there, and if you are from, say, another rohe, another area, and you can't get home straight away for whatever reason, we also talk to you about putting, like Dad taking it home, like if you've had a cesarean, you're going to be there for a week or however long. So we talk to you about telling Papa to take it home and put it in the freezer. Don't just take it home and not know what to do with it, and it sits there till you get home a week later and it's really honga and you still don't know what to do with it. So instead of doing that, we talk to you about and have it in there that, you know, Dad, you have a plan, and and Dad will take it home, put it in the freezer, and when you're ready to take baby home to meet their whānau or to your significant place, wherever it may be, whether it be on a marae, up north or down south or wherever, you plant it whole, and it's ipu whenua. The whole thing goes in there. It's lovely for Papa Tuanuku. There's no pollution into Papa Tuanuku. You just naturally take it from the freezer and put it into the whenua, into the earth, wherever you want to plant. And like I said, if you don't have one, we can take you to the birth to earth area at Henley Lake, and we can plant them there, sing a song, do whatever, and you've got a place to go visit to take baby and explain where their placenta is. You're allowed to plant a tree. Most people plant trees on top of their things. I haven't actually sussed out to see if whānau are allowed to plant trees or flowers or something when they plant their placenta at Henley Lake, but it's something we can work on. We've only just found out about it, so we're hopefully going to put a monument up, a project for our dads is what we're looking at, to mark the space so people know where to go if they're thinking about they may want to do a ipu whenua and plant it there, so they can actually go and have a look and see if it's something they would like to do if they're from overseas or just don't have tūranga waiwai to take baby's placenta to.
That's beautiful. And I was just thinking of So on my mama's side, we also have whakapapa to Wairarapa. I remember hearing a story that there's a big tree outside the marae in Wairarapa, and I did hear from one of the karaua that was used for that purpose. It was where a lot of the mamas would put their whenua there around that, and it was known as that tree.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But it's a big, huge tree, and so it is something that our nannies. It's been practiced, and we're rejuvenating. So
our okotete, where the blocks of houses used to stand, you will see lines of I think they're white lilies. They're the white flowers with the yellow stalk in the middle. That's the flower it has. I think they're some sort of a lily, and you'll see them in lines. I remember one of the nannies out there telling me they were all planted on the side of the houses, of the maho of the houses there, and that's where you planted the placenta, and those were put on top. So even though the house is gone, that's why they're still in straight lines that would have been around the houses, because that's where, and for those ones, the kuias of their day, know exactly that's where the placentas of the kids from out Okotete's placentas are, because they're all in lines, and they were all buried on the side of the houses. So, and they still are in lines. I always giggle when I go past our one, the Waipuka's one, in the Paku houses, because there are all these lines that would have been around the houses, and we know that that's where the placentas were buried.
Yeah, wow. And it's real special too. It's a representation of what has taken place, that life and, whenua to whenua, like we were talking about. And it's a physical significance too. And, when you think of a lily or tree, and the life that it gives and the sustenance that it gives to people. And and I just think that that's a beautiful practice. Edith, can you also talk about, that you also help mama if they're wanting to make, are they wahakura? Wahakura, and talk a little bit about what is wahakura and that process.
So I do wahakura with the DHB, with the midwifery, with Michelle Thomas, and we do wahakura wānanga, like in Master, around the Wairarapa. So on the 19th, we are in Featherston at Farm House, and we are weaving wahakura. Wahakura, we used to do the safe sleep message. It's a safe place for baby to sleep while in bed with mum and dad. We talk about, how to lay baby on their back. It's a whole message, but we also use mātauranga Māori in that. And mums who can't weave at all, we use the Jenny Farron method, and her method is for non-weavers. So people who have never woven before are so surprised that they are able to make a wahakura for their pepe out of flax that we source locally from around the Wairarapa, and take that home for baby. So at the end of the wānanga, they have a mukatai, they have a ipu whenua, and they have wahakura for their pepe, but they've also had all this education. We use the whare tapa whā, and they come and they weave all their love and aspirations for their baby into this wahakura, and it's shared with baby while they sleep. We have te taha mama, te taha, or like the te taha wahine, which is mum's side, te taha tāne, which is dad's side, and the corners become their parents. So baby is surrounded by whānau to watch over them while they sleep safely in their wahakura. We teach them how to tiaki, how to look after it. We give them ideas of how to store it until the next pepe comes, or how to re-gift it to another hapu mama. It's a taonga that keeps giving. Even if baby's not in there, you still have that connection to it, the memories, the mātauranga, and you make connections with the other mums too that are also there weaving wahakura for their pepe. So you have this moment in time that's you shared with these ladies forever. And your babies will hopefully meet each other, and that'll be a start of kōrero once you meet many years or days or weeks down the track.
And I remember being in a wānanga with, I think it was Five Violet, doing my first wahakura, and you're right about it's not just about the wahakura, it's about the bonds that you're making with the other people that are there, the wahine. And I would say that happens, that you would see that happening.
So you're not just weaving the flax, you're weaving people together. You're weaving kaupapa and mātauranga together. It's just magical. The weekends are absolutely magical. And because of the DHB, you get to come and do these, kore utu, they're all free, because it's all about the pepe. It's not about anything else. It's just that you come and you make these tongas with your own two hands for your baby. And you come a whānau. So it's not just for mum to do. You can tap out and dad has a turn, or dad might just come and make the ipu whenua. We've just introduced uku. So we saw uku from
the clay. They like clay.
Yeah, and it's just about introducing and getting as many people involved as possible, because, it's all about the pepe. So we get clay from Sam Ludden, and hopefully he'll come and make some ipu whenua with us. And we did our first lot at our last wānanga, and it was so much fun. It's just about connecting to the uku and the kōrero that flows. It's just like a vessel. It opens you up because you're distracted by doing it, and all the questions come out and all the wanga and things, so that we can sort of unpack it together and work out solutions. And if we can't, we can find people to come to the next wānanga who have experienced it, because it's about that experience. I can't talk on certain things because in my pregnancy, I didn't have postnatal depression, but there are so many mums that can talk about what they did. The trouble breastfeeding, I can't speak on that because I had mums and nannies help me and tell me what to do. So, and anything I did wrong, they had no thing to tell me and fix it up. So I can't really talk on some of the issues, but we have lots of ladies that can, and we've got Julie Foley now coming, who does the Latch On program, coming to talk to our mums. And at least because we've all spoken about it first, we know what we want to ask her and what we want to talk about. We've got quite a few people and midwives interacting with us. We've got Kirawai, Tātana coming to do nutrition with us at the next wānanga. It's just about making a solid team so the mums can have everything they need to succeed.
It's like a wraparound day. It's a wraparound support for mama. Everything's there. And and just bringing it to them in a way they will engage. And talking to them, do you do this? If not, why not? Because unless we get that feedback, we can't fix it. And telling them, that didn't sound very great, but did you tell the ladies in maternity, so that it doesn't happen again? Because it's going to keep happening and repeating unless you say something, because they won't know. They won't know that they did something wrong to you unless you tell them. So if we can tell them, then we can fix it. But if you saved it for like a month down the track to come and bring to our ropu to come and tell everybody, that's not going to fix it unless we tell the person involved. So it's about breaking those customs of saving it up and telling everyone else except for the people involved. And telling them now that this happened, and it's better to do the kanohi ki te kanohi rather than go around telling other people. So it's just about telling them, this is how we do it. So you could still write it down now, because she may not be aware of it, so that it doesn't happen to another mum. Or we give the mum the power to say so if it does happen to them. So that they learn, say it right there and then. Don't, let it eat at you a little bit at a time. Let's start telling them what we want, because it's our body. We say what can happen and can't. So, and maybe it was just an oversight and she didn't realise, but at least you're giving it back to her to do something about it. I think the safety of the group that you create and that network is that wahine would feel safe to say what they are feeling in their experience. And sometimes
it's just about letting them have a voice. Everyone has a voice, but then telling them how to use that voice for for their benefit, for babies' benefit, for mums to come's benefit, that their voice is not just important for them, but for people on the same path. So you're clearing the path for them so it doesn't happen again, or that it does happen again, because we shouldn't just focus on the negative things. We should actually tell those ones about the impact, that the positive impacts as well. We sometimes get caught up on the, you've had this beautiful, beautiful journey, but this one little thing. One little pebble is putting so many bumps in that beautiful journey. So let's take that little pebble away and let's just focus and make sure that we tell all the ones that help make that journey beautiful what a beautiful job they did too.
Yeah. Beautiful kōrero. There's one thing that you mentioned. Can you just talk a little bit more about it? Mukatai. What is mukatai? What's the purpose of mukatai? Yeah.
Oh, so we all remember those little plastic clips we had on babies' petal that scared even on all my kids. I was so scared of knocking it. You put your nappy on and you're so scared you're going to rip it off. You're going to do something wrong, and sometimes it bled and stuff. So instead of a plastic ties, we use muka ties, which are muka extracted from the harakeke. It's the fibre within the leaf. The mums get to practice extracting muka out of the flax while we're doing the wahakura, or they can do it separately if they just want that. You don't have to have the whole package. You can come and just say, well, I just want this and that. We extract the muka fibre out of the flax, and we use that to tie the petal off after birth, and we show the dads, or you can bring Nan or whoever's going to do it, so that we show them how to do it, so that they do it in the birthing suite or at home when you're having a home birth, so that they can use it. And usually, we've just started doing little kornai, little 2-corner pouches to put it in, so that you can bury it again later, because although you've planted your placenta, the petal falls off any time after that, and if you don't want to freeze it and wait for it to be buried together, you have a little kornai to put it in and plant it where you planted your placenta, or if you have a specific place that you wanted it to go, maybe on dad's side, mum's side, you can do the both of them. But yeah, that's what mukatai is. It's to replace those horrible little plastic clips we all were scared of as mums. I know I was every time. It was so, and because it really was quite scary, having it bleed and you knocked it, and oh my gosh, you're scared you're going to fall. And then when it fell off, you were like, did it fall off or did I rip it off? Oh yeah, it was like, it was like, oh no. But mukatais are more friendly, eco-friendly. I remember I planted mine with the plastic on it. I didn't remove the plastic, to be quite honest. I don't know if Mum did when she used to take them, but I remember I planted it whole with the plastic. Probably wasn't a great idea for Papa too and at the time.
So Edith, just beautiful kōrero, and I could speak to you like this wānanga kōrero, some of this, or all of this. But if our wahine are wanting to come and have a look, can you tell us a little bit about where you are, what days you're there, and So we alternate because we're in and out of the office. We have 2 teams, so we're either here in the office at Te Wahapu Ahuahu, and while we're here, we're usually doing like rongoa, nutritional stuff. We'll have the wānanga with parakore on ikura. We want to do kōrero using with Sam on kai too, so that you can start your little garden for baby, and by the time it's ready and you're ready to start harvesting, baby would be ready to eat. We'd also teach you how to put it, freeze it, so you've got an ongoing thing of kai for baby, in portions and stuff, so you just take it out of the freezer for those days where you're tired. We were going to do lots of things. Otherwise, we're out in the community introducing our mums to local things like Come Sew With Me.
Come sew with me across from the courthouse there. Heather runs Come Sew With Me. You can go there. She'll teach you whatever you want to know. There's materials there, machines. Our mums went there to sew, and for a koha, they were able to take their machines and their materials home to carry on sewing. Other things, we just go to the park. We have some programs set up where we're going to do whakapapa quilting with Ron Te Kawa.
With Ron? Oh, yeah.
Yes, so that we can talk about trauma, loss, angel babies, and make a quilt all together, our whole rōpū, around the kaupapa of Āhuru Mōwai. We could talk about things we want or things we think we need to connect with, with the loss and the aftercare, because although we get a lot of education beforehand, what about after and when it happens and the follow on? Because it's not like, we're healed. It's an ongoing process. And where do we go? What do we do? There's that for a lot of us. What got us through that? So how can we implement that in a program, in a service, in some sort of way where mums can go when, especially on the birthdays, on the lost days, we all have that, something major happens and you think of baby not being there. What can we do as a rōpū or as a service, have a service to just help on those days, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's just an opening. It's like te waha puahuahu. It's like a waharoa to just anything, really, anything that we need. But if you wanted to come, you just email me. We have a Facebook page, Āhuru Mōwai. I think it's open for all mums to join. You can join. You want anything, you can PM me anytime. Is
it okay if I share the Āhuru Mōwai, because I'm a member? Can I share that link with this? I'll be sharing this later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and can I, just in case whānau want to get in contact with you?
Yep, so my email is edith@yellowbrickroad.org.nz. And I have to check those for work every day, so I will get back to you. It won't take you a week or a month if you use that email. Yeah. And you just really come. You can talk to your midwives to message me if you don't have the means to message me. And I can let you know what we're doing. Really, it's off the cuff. We just do what we talk about on the Tuesday is usually we pick out something and that's what we do the following Tuesday. Unless I've organised something. We're going to be running more tia wānanga, so you can write your own more tia for baby. We've got lots of things we're working on just through kōrero with the mums and what they want, what they need, what I've had to help them with so far so that, maybe another mum's too scared to ask, so that you don't have to ask, you just come pick it up. Yeah. We have te awhina, the nannies at the te awhina house are knitting clothes, and lots of people are gifting knitwear for the mums and little booties and little hats, and it's just been amazing how you can pull so many people together to support hapu mama. Everybody wants to help, or and I can't believe this is a job where I get to cuddle babies all day, meet all these new little pepe, and it's amazing, and work with all these mums that have amazing stories all their own of their journey through their haputanga.
Oh, Edith, I just want to thank you for sharing your pukinga, tino pukinga. Pāna ki te hapu mama, me te pepe, me te whānau katoa, but neira te mihi ki a koe. Thank you for sharing this. When I share the link, so I will be sharing this link to all of our different rōpū, our weaving rōpū that I know that you, and because I think within this kōrero here, there's so much that people that are part of this, this I suppose this ao, and those that aren't, that they can still gain some things from, or learn some things from, or add some additional knowledge. So I just wanted to reiterate this on the 19th in Featherston, Fareham House, is the Wahakura wānanga. So that's a 3-day wānanga down there?
Just 2 days.
Just 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Yep. Saturday. And hea te utu mo tira?
Kore utu.
Kore utu. Okay. Yep. So no cost for that wahine. But
and on the 26th, the following weekend, on the Saturday, at the back of Reap in the Rangitumo room, we will be doing a haputanga wānanga.
Yes.
For whānau, around breastfeeding, nutrition, rongoa Māori. I think we're doing uku. I'm not sure what else, I can't remember, but we're doing lots of kaupapa around haputanga, and it's open to all whānau to come, mums, dads, nannies. And kore utu.
Okay, yeah. And what time is that?
So that one is from 10 till 4.
10 till 4. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And the one in Fareham House is 9 till 4-ish.
Each day,
Yeah. You finish when you finish.
Okay. Yeah.
So it could be 4, it could be 8 o'clock at night. It depends when you want to let go of your wahakura.
Yeah. Okay, then. Thank you, Edith. No, really appreciate all the mahi that you do, not only in this round, but in te reo Māori and teaching te ao tārangi and just everything that you do to empower our mama, but also our tamariki. I know you at the kura kaupapa teaching there as well. And so you just have multiple hats. You wear multiple hats, and he tangata tino pukenga koe. And so neira te mihi, thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. It was cool. I was quite nervous I te timatanga. My first time on radio. It's been lovely.
Yeah, thank you. Is there anything that you your last kōrero that you want to share with any mama that might be listening, or any whānau listening?
I think, just know my haramai. Just come and enjoy what we have to offer. And I know you'll have a story that will enrich each and every one of us as well. And maybe you have something that will help another mama on their journey, especially our nannies, if you're not doing anything, because I know lots of you are retired. And I know it's a scary time in COVID, but we've been pretty lucky. And I just think that sharing your story is going to help and our younger mums grow. And it's all about Pepe. So if your story can help Pepe's journey into this world, then please join us. Anytime. And I think nāku te Waimarie, because I get to do this and call it mahi. I'm so grateful to Yellow Brick Road and to Leah for thinking of me. It's been an amazing journey, actually, and working with so many mums is just, it's amazing.
It's perfect for you. This mahi is perfect for you. It's just
I've done kohanga and then the kura. I'm helping at Makota at the moment. And just bouncing all around. It's been quite amazing. Yeah. And to share what was given to me, because I always believe that knowledge wasn't given to people who wouldn't use it.
Yes.
So if I can use it, I whakamana all those nannies that gifted it to me.
Absolutely. Thank you, Edith. We're going to finish now. Michael, did you want to?
Yes.
So that's us for today, and I think my program finishes, and no doubt I'll see you around again, Edith.
Yes, for sure.
Neira te mihi. Yeah, everywhere.
Hey, wonderful. I learnt so much listening to you, Edith. Thank you very much. Yes, I've got some music queued up if you would like. I can either play Ko Tai Aroha. Wouldn't you know it? It's just frozen on me, but it'll go any second. So shall we play that one?
Sure.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye.
Mā te wā.
Puta kopera Paka maua katina Mie huie taikie Chuku nana tokarapiu Kuputa wai Tera te patai Ka ahie kia pataya Wahi ano tate Hungahara Nora tau E tangata I ngau kinoa E toko I tona pakapono Ko tai aroa Ngā kotahi e Whakamoi miti ki te ariki Ka puta ko pera Ko tai aroa Ngā kotahi e Whakamaua kia tina Haumi e hui e tai ki e Whakamoi miti ki te ariki Ka puta ko pera Nei anō Uhui a tātou he papai ara makare no tāpura Ka kore te urupatu Kia tai mai an te tama Anu aki I te hunga Ko whaiti ngai ngā angi tukare kou e wohi una Te matua te kapuatanga Iei tai aroa Ngā kotahi e Whakamaua kia tina Hange hui e tai ki e Kotahi aroa Ngā kotahi e Whakamoi miti ki te ariki Ka puta ko pera Whakamaua kia tina Hange hui e tai ki e Whakamoi miti ki te ariki Ka puta ko